Today in this chapter we are going to do the introduction and we are going to learn about ethics and unethical practices in computing. In this chapter we have to majorly work on four topics. The first is ethics in computing, unethical practices, safety measures for using computers and internet, and digital footprint. Introduction. Internet has revolutionized the field of information technology. Today, we are accessing almost all type of services, be it banking, ticket, booking, shopping, communication or education from our computing devices using internet. But the increased use of online facility, which have made our life simple and easy, we are also facing the threat of some unethical practice in a form of digital attack like hacking, phishing, spamming, cyberbullying, etc. In this chapter, we will discuss about the various cybercrimes and the measures to safeguard ourselves from the unethical practices such as hacking, phishing, spamming, and cyberbullying. Internet has revolutionized the field of information technology. As we all know, internet has become a vital part of our daily life, and most of our services and devices are now connected with internet, and it has become a very important daily routine for us, as checking a phone, getting our bank account checked, or switching on the TV, or switching on to a washing machine, or your AC, air conditioner, or any kind of electrical device are all now connected with internet. And now with the help of using internet and all, there is an increase of devices, because we can see that everyone now carries a mobile phone or a laptop or a tablet or a computer at home, and maximum people are now connected on internet. Now with the increase of such devices, there is also a threat we are facing. Okay, the threat such as the unethical practices. Okay, and that is in the form of digital attack. You all must have heard about hacking. Okay, and you all must have heard about cyberbullying or cyber attacks. All these are possible because of internet connection. Ethics in computing. The word ethics defines the element important to human morals. Now, the word ethic is derived from a Greek word named as ethos, and the meaning for this word, it's simply known as morals or principles or rules and regulations which one should follow in human society. These are some of the rules, okay? And ethic is referred to as specific standards, rules, and agreements which humans should follow. Now, ethic would be referred as something which we have to follow, which we have to see while we are using internet and computer together. Cyber ethics. Cyber ethics deals with the morals, principles, or the code of conduct which is to be followed by the people while using the service or accessing information on the internet. Now, what does it mean? It means that these are some rules and regulations, some principles, and which we have to follow while we are using or accessing internet. For example, we should respect views of others, be honest, and recognize the right and properties of others on the internet. How we have to behave while we are using internet and while we are online. Some of the common issues related with cyber ethics are plagiarism, copyright, privacy, concern, etc. Now let's see some points which we have to follow while we are using the online services on information. We need to be honest and follow certain rules which are as follows. Never try to harm other people by unethically accessing their computers on the internet. Now what does it mean is without anyone's permission, okay, without their permission, we should not use their computer system, okay, and Always give respect to others while communicating. While you are talking to people on internet or you are using internet to communicate with someone, be polite and be respectful. Never try to steal important or confidential information from other system. It's a very important point. Information from other system. You would not like someone else to steal your important information from your system too. So in the same way, you have to keep in mind that you also do not do anything such. Do not copy information which is protected by Copyright Act. Copyright Act will come later in the chapter, and it's an act to protect someone's ideas and original thought. Never spread wrong information while using online social media site. Social media sites are used for many purposes, such as to communicate, to get in touch with people, to share their ideas, opinions, and so many other things. In the same way, it can be used to spread wrong information also. And it must have happened with you also or with someone you know. Okay, so we have to keep in mind what we are posting, how we are posting, and what kind of messages we are sending to each other on such social media site. Software piracy refers to the unauthorized duplication and use of computer software. Never interfere in someone else's work if they are working online or they are using the computer services or online internet services. As you would not like to get disturbed by someone else, do not disturb others and do not interfere in their work. Now let's learn about some unethical practices and what do we mean by them. Some of the major unethical practices which are popular these days are discussed below. Now what do we mean by unethical? Something which is against our ethics. Ethics are the moral values, the principles which we have to follow in our life to keep things in a balance. There are so many things which can come in unethical practices, such as hacking, cracking, or sending fake messages to someone, or stealing someone's ideas or thoughts, or even some writings from the internet. Okay, all the articles which are available on the internet are also protected, and if you copy them, they are unethical practices. And these are the things which we have to keep in mind, because there are rules and strict rules which are followed by the government to protect such things from happening. Okay, so these are all unethical practices, and there are some major points which we have to follow. Some unethical practices which are popular these days are discussed, among which these are some popular ones. And the very first one is plagiarism, cyberbullying, hacker and cracker, phishing, spamming, individual right to privacy, individual right to property, and software piracy. So among the first is plagiarism. And what does it mean? It means to copy someone's idea. Cyberbullying is all about harassing someone on the internet. Then we must have heard about hackers and crackers, and then phishing, sending authentic looking emails and web pages to steal someone's secret information. Then spamming, sending messages in bulk. Individual right to privacy is related to someone's privacy, okay, a person privacy. Individual right to property is all about the property which a person has on internet. Okay, and then we have in the end software piracy, which means to distribute illegal copying and distribution of legal software. Today we are going to first understand the first problem which we have, plagiarism. The word plagiarism is derived from Latin word known as plagiare, which means to kidnap or abduct. But in the field of computing, it means stealing the ideas, thoughts, or writings of other people and using them by your own name without the knowledge of the original author. And this is one of the very serious offense which is punishable under the cyber law. Now let's understand this whole paragraph and what does it mean. The word plagiarism is derived from the Latin word plagiare, which we have learned, and it means to kidnap or abduct. Kidnapping means or abduct. I hope you all know the meaning for this. But in computing language, the meaning changes. It changes to stealing the ideas and thoughts or writing of other people. You must be wondering how someone can steal someone's idea or thought. Let me give you one example. What do we exactly mean by plagiarism? If I have given you a project, and most of the time children, what they do is, as soon as they get a topic, they search it on Google, and on the Google they search about things for the topic, and whatever they find they just copy and paste it in their project work. Now this copying from the internet is known as plagiarism, because you are actually stealing someone else's thoughts, writing, and work which they have done. It's not your work, not your thought, and you have not given any input in it. But what you are doing exactly is you are stealing their writing, their knowledge. Okay, and this is what we mean by stealing the ideas or the writing of other works, and it's a very very serious offense which is actually punishable under the cyber law. People can get 6 months jail sentence, and also they have to pay money if they are found out doing such cyber crime. Now let's understand what is plagiarism. I'll give you one example. For example, if I have given you a homework and you copy the homework from your friend's notebook, as soon as you do this, you copying the work from your friend's notebook, this act becomes plagiarism, because you are not doing the work on your own. You are not using your brain, your thought, your idea. What you have done is just copy the work from someone else's notebook. And people do such kind of things while they are making project work or they are searching for some article, and most of the time people are copying things from the internet. They are not using their ideas, thought process, or research work. What they just do is copy the work from internet. Now let's understand how we can prevent, how we can keep our work or someone else's work safe. First point is acknowledging the source. Acknowledging the source over here means that if you want to use some information from a book or some website in your work, always acknowledge the source along with such information from where it is taken. It means that if you are copying someone else's work, if you are not writing it from your own side, please acknowledge, give credit to the original person. Okay, acknowledge their work. Tell people from where you have taken those lines or that particular work, and acknowledge the original author. If possible, take permission from the author. Okay, if you can get in touch with the original person, please take permission from him. Read and reframe. Important key points over here. Do not just use the content as it is from the source, but read from the various sources and put them in your own word. If you are using the internet for your research work, project work, read from different sources and then try to make up something from your own side. Okay, and then the last point is use quotation. Put everything that comes from some other source within quotes, the double inverted commas. This is also one way to keep things from plagiarism.